Mayweather and Reed are fascinating in this episode. Mayweather lives up 100% to his characterization in the show so far, where he gets taken out and is just dead for half of it.
I can see why they keep him around, though, because, oh boy, man, that boy is ripped.
No, I know after you give the young gentleman in the audience some to Paul, they follow it up with a little bit of shirtless Mayweather. I think
a little bit of lady, a little bit of all man.
They say that he weighs 79 kilograms in this, which is 158 pounds. He weighs far more than 158 pounds, I would have to assume, right? Unless he's like 5'4", so like that.
I don't know how to I don't know how to base. I'm awful at judging people's weight, especially people who are in shape.
I'm in no condition like his, and I weigh 185. So he must weigh more than me. Like he doesn't seem short or anything like that. I had to do the math to figure out how much he actually weighed, because I think it's always weird and wrong when people do that. And I just don't believe that he weighs 158 pounds unless he's 5'3".
I mean, he might be falsifying it so he can get under the weight class for the rest of the league he's in or something.
That's true. His birth date is also, he played Little League in Cuba for 12 years before he came over. He dies, which is what Mayweather does. One thing that I thought was weird, how I talked about at the start about Reed sort of and Archer having this connection that they had in Minefield. Unless they're saying that Reed has drastically changed personality because of what happened in Minefield, I think this episode and Minefield paired together just goes to show what we were talking about when we said that Reed is the worst character on the show so far, because his semi-autistic nature in Minefield is not at all present when he's talking to Trip about stuff. He's not a weird character in that way. He's not so focused on his duty that he's unwilling to go along with Trip's little like crazy heist plan that he gets stuck with.
Right.
I just think Reed makes no sense, and I would have put Mayweather in the Reed position in this story, because I think Trip convincing Mayweather, the young ensign, to do something like this with him makes more sense than convincing Reed, the standoffish, aloof character, to go in on him with it.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I guess you could make the argument that Reed is acting as a security officer, so he wants to have a better understanding of what's going on, but they don't play it that way.
No. Just two friends going in on a heist. That's all. I don't really have much else to say about those characters in that episode. It's just, it really highlighted to me how inconsistent Reed is as a character. Mayweather is like a rock. He's going to be dead halfway through the episode, and then they'll bring him back, and that's the end of it. But
again, the horrible things that happen to him all happen off screen, and they just pull his body in after the commercial break, and they're like, yep. He's dead this time. Last time he broke his ankle, and we just off screen and we carried him in. This time he's dead. So
only thing about Mayweather, I didn't really buy the fact that he skipped out on breakfast with Archer, and Archer is brought to tears about this, and then is like, Mayweather, we got.
Oh, I thought Archer skipped out on breakfast on him.
Oh, he did. Did they mention that at the start of the episode, or is it only brought up halfway through?
I think it's only brought up halfway through.
Okay. That's
I could be wrong, but if I am wrong, then yes, the way that they play that is inconsistent with what actually happened, because it seems like the kind of thing where Archer was like, I blew off breakfast with Mayweather. Now I feel really bad that I did that because he's dead.
Yep.
But if it's the other way around, I don't know why he would be super upset about, I don't know.
Either way, I think you run into the problem of Enterprise is not really setting up those character relationships that well at this point. Like, it feels like it's really out of nowhere that Archer is so disturbed by the fact that he didn't share eggs Benedict with Mayweather before he passed away. And when he comes back, it's like they're like two ex-lovers or something. He's like, we're gonna hang out soon, buddy. And he's like, all right, Captain, we're gonna hang out. It's like I didn't.
And Mayweather's like, Captain, there's a reason I blew off breakfast with you last week.
It's a weird script decision, because I feel if you're going to write an episode that ends on that, the cold open should have been about that kind of thing. You know, like you kind of drop that hint early on and then you resolve it. It just feels like they bring it up halfway and then at the ending they resolve everything. And it feels very inconsistent and sort of tacked on. It's just like, it's almost like a note that they're like, we love the sci-fi plot of this, but how about we get some character relationship stuff going on? And they're like, okay, Archer feels really bad that Mayweather died.
Like if the opening scene in the cold open was Archer talking to Trip, and he's like, man, this ship is really destroyed. I really don't know what's going on because I don't think we're going to get out of here. But you know what really chaps my ass? Mayweather blew off breakfast with me. You know what? Honestly, maybe this is too harsh. Wish that guy was dead.
I had to eat both plates of eggs, and I'm constipated now, and I haven't shit in 3 days because I've got so much egg inside of me. And I know that's I mean, you're joking, but I sort of feel funny about that. Like I don't.
No, I agree. It is a weird thing to put in there, just like as a. It feels like almost like someone yells it from off screen or something.
Right.
You know, it's a really like minute detail.
Yeah, like Bakula is like, what's my motivation here? Like, what? Why do I feel bad? Like he skipped brunch with you on Mother's Day, and you're like, oh, okay, got it. That's very insignificant to the plot overall, I think, but it's just kind of a strange minor detail. And